All right, whenever you're ready, Kate.
Yes. The time is now 6 p.m. and I'm calling to order the Mission Hill Triangle Architectural Conservation District Commission, September 4th, 2025, public hearing. Commissioners present are myself, Ellen Moore, Patricia Arados, and Kirsten Hoffman. Pardon me. Today, the Commission will be holding a public hearing to review applications. In accordance with the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Executive Order suspending certain provisions of the Open Meeting Law, extending the suspension of these provisions until June 30th, 2027, we're conducting this meeting online. To ensure public access to the deliberations of the Mission Hill Triangle Architectural Conservation District Commission, the public may access this call through telephone and video conferencing. This hearing is being recorded. All further conversations between commissioners should be audible to the public in attendance until the hearing has adjourned. Are there any media or elected officials currently present? If so, please raise your hand using the Zoom meeting platform and state your name, title, and affiliation.
I'm not seeing any raised hands.
Okay, members of the public will have an opportunity to ask questions and provide public comment on applications and discussions. To do so, please raise your hand in the application via the Zoom meeting platform. We will repeat these instructions throughout the hearing. Tonight's agenda is a violation and administrative review, the ratification of the May 1st, 2025 meeting minutes, staff updates, and adjournment. So first item, violation, 16 Worthington. Rachel, is this me continuing or you?
I just unmuted Ben. Ben, you are welcome to take the stage and walk us through the violation. Oh, here you go, Ben. You just appeared ahead. You should be a co-host now.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you,
Yes.
Ben. For some reason, my computer isn't letting me make you a co-host. So we can hear you, and that's all we need. All right, whenever you're ready. And let me know when you'd like me to move to the next one.
Okay, so thank you, Ms. Erickson. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Commission, to allow me to present this work. It's certainly not the best way to introduce myself with a violation, but I've been an owner since 2007, and I've done a lot of things to preserve the building, but primarily on the inside. So you see a picture of the stairs, and the work here was certainly not properly coordinated, but the stairs were in a condition that posed in a safety hazard, and they were not done properly to start with. So they were not historically properly. So this is the base of the stairs as a concrete base, solid, and it was covered with bricks. But that was done by the previous owner, and they were crumbling. And so in order to understand the extent of repair that would be necessary, my contractor removed the layer of the bricks that were not historically appropriate. And also the height of the stairs was not even, and so it was a continuous hazard. I mean, this looks worse than it actually is, but it is a solid foundation that just needs to be rebuilt in a historically appropriate way. Any questions to this picture, or should we move forward? Okay, so then maybe we can move forward in the PDF. And so that was basically the explanation of what I just explain to you in written form. And then this is the proposed repair. So solid slabs of granite will be put on top of the concrete foundation with razors to make sure that the height of the stairs is equal and doesn't pose a risk, is safe also with under wet conditions or snowy conditions, and also to blend in all the way to the door. So the door platform, so the platform of the door is also not in the right height and also not level. As you might have seen in the previous image, one side of the building has sunk over time, and so we want to make it level so that it's appropriate. Next picture. And so this is an idealized version of how the steps would look like. We try to pick we try to pick a stone that is most common to the area, but in the next pictures you will see that there's actually no common picture. So here one of the neighbors has used a white marble, which is maybe nice for a private property, but since 16 Worthington is a rental, marble was told to me that it's not the safest option because when it's rainy or snowy, that this could be very slippery, and it's also not the only option in the area. So maybe we can go through the next pictures to see the variety or degree of variety of stairs. So these are, of course, the nicest ones, but then if you move forward, yeah, so this is one of my neighbor's ones. So he did the razors with bricks and then put the slab on top. Next picture. Yep, that's another variety. And yeah, this is how the stairs looked like. So this is number 17 across the street, but this is pretty much how the stairs looked like. And yeah, that was really not appropriate. And we didn't know what is underneath. So judging from this picture, we didn't know how much it would have to be rebuilt, and if the contractor would be actually the right person to do that, or if we needed a bigger company to do that. Continue. Yeah, this is another version that is very ugly. Continue. Yeah, and so this is similar to what it is. So here, which is concrete set of steps. Yeah, another version, also nothing that I would like to do. Yeah, that's a, yeah, okay. But I'm open to your suggestions based on what you've just seen to make it as historically appropriate. But we thought that a version like this would be the most neutral way to rebuild the stairs. Any questions? Yes, Ellen?
Hi, Ben.
Yes.
I'm looking at the picture of your proposed replacement, and one thing I noticed is that the treads have a flat front, and really what's more appropriate in the neighborhood is the bullnose front, the curved front like that. And
Yeah.
also, I just want to tell you that in the variety of pictures that you showed us from Worthington Street, there are only 4 of those houses have had their steps redone since we've become a historic district.
Okay.
And those are the 3 with the marble steps, the 3 nice ones,
Okay.
you know, so-called nice ones. And then Paul's, the one right next door to you. And he did his inappropriately because he was in his 80s. And just as you said, he was worried about slipping on the marble steps. And that's why he used the blue stone. And he was copying number 13 next to him,
Yeah.
which was done before we became a historic district. I have lived here so long that I actually know this stuff. It's ridiculous. So I would like you to consider a bullnose for your step. And also granite might work fine, but concrete is can actually be dyed to look very similar. And also you need the cheek walls on the side there. Those
Yeah.
little walls, those need to be replaced. And concrete is a very appropriate material for that as well. So you might consider using concrete. But also the staff has suggested that they could come out and meet with you to choose, the most appropriate materials based on, your existing facade, which would be wonderful if you would allow that to happen. That's all I needed to say.
Oh, Ellen, I remember you now by name. Sorry, I didn't make the connection. Yeah, thank you. So these are great suggestions. I didn't notice about the bullnose. I didn't notice about the bullnose. This was drawings, of course, done by my contractor, but absolutely, there will be a bullnose. Actually, we wanted to have the front. I wanted to have the front a little bit rounded, not like squared. So similar to what you see here. I didn't know about concrete that could be dyed white, but that would be a fantastic option. And yes, the cheek walls that you described, they have to be in place. Yeah, I noticed that it's not on the drawing. I mean, this was like pulling teeth to get the drawing from the contractor. But yes, definitely the cheek walls will be done the same way. So from the design that should be as similar to this, and that's why I started with these marble pictures, because I mean, if I had the money, I would definitely do the marble if it was my own property. But for the rental, I need to find a good compromise, but it will be as close to this, what you see, as possible, because that is my ideal vision. I mean, again, I've been an owner since 2007, and I've done so much work inside of the building. I mean, these, as you know, these buildings are money graves, but we are really good in preserving the house from the inside, and now we have to just finish the outside. And so this is this proposal, unfortunately, which started with a violation, but then there's another proposal which also will try to preserve the outer wall and make it last for a couple of decades, hopefully.
Cool. Do any other commissioners have questions or comments in regards to Ben's proposed design? Okay. Looking like no. If that's the case, then Katie, you're welcome to call for a motion. I'm happy to read the staff comment. I do think Ellen did a great job of highlighting the concerns that I had about the project. And then I would encourage whoever makes the motion to include the provisos. And the provisos are just those things that Ellen mentioned to kind of make sure they happen as the project is being executed.
Yeah, I'd like to move that we move forward with the staff suggested, including the provisos.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Oh, wait, we have to do public comment.
Oh,
Yeah,
pardon us.
that's okay.
Jumped the gun a little.
I appreciate the efficiency, but yes, we have to go through public comment.
Okay. Members of the public will now have an opportunity to ask questions and provide public comment on the application and discussions. To do so, please raise your hand via the Zoom meeting platform. If you are calling in and cannot use the platform, you can use *9 to raise your hand, or you can send your questions to staff by email at missionhillacdc@boston.gov.
Okay, I'm seeing one raised hand. Gary, you should be able to chat.
Hi, I'm sorry, I couldn't join the meeting right at the start. Could you just review the proviso or the staff recommendation? Because it was my understanding that one of the distinctive characters of the neighborhood was marble steps. And if that's not required, because I do know, like with windows, it has to have the appearance of multi-pane or whatever it's called or something like that. And so I was curious what the staff recommendation was.
Happy to read it. So the staff comment states, work began on the stairs without approval of the commission, and the applicant is here to discuss how to rebuild the existing stairs. The standards and criteria for the district under C, stoops and front stairs states, original stoops, including stringers, risers, and treads, and steps on the main facade will be retained whenever possible. Replacements should match the original in their massing and location. Concrete, colored to match other masonry trim, is a preferable treatment for replacement. Since the use of marble is frequent in the district, the replacement of deteriorated marble in kind is encouraged. Brick or bluestone are inappropriate materials for this architectural period. Railings, if added, should be as unobtrusive as possible. Black iron is preferred. Here, the applicant is proposing a light-colored stone, granite. The proposed stone is not explicitly called out as inappropriate, but staff recommends that they're able to meet on-site with the applicant and granite samples to select a shade as close to the historic marble as possible. Alternatively, the commission could recommend concrete that is colored to match the historic marble is used instead. The submitted drawing is missing cheek walls, those sides of the stoop, that are a common feature in the district and originally done in a brown or tan stone. Staff recommends that the drawing is updated to show the cheek walls and that the color is selected with staff on site to match any original masonry in the lintels and sills of the building. As such, staff recommends ratifying the violation and approving the proposed work with the following provisos. Material mock-ups for both the stairs and cheek wall are remanded to staff. An updated drawing showing cheek walls and identifying materials is sent to staff for final approval. And then the commissioners also discussed rounding the stairs in a bullnose fashion, as commonly seen along the marble steps that are still original in the district.
And also the marble replacement steps, the 3 examples that Ben showed us.
Yes, the marble replacement steps, which look great.
Thank you. As someone who's a couple of broken treads that are in need of repair at some point that are still marble, my preference would be to replace them with marble, but glad to hear that there's an option with concrete if possible, but my goal would be replaced with marble because I want it to look like my well done neighbors. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. There are do not see any other raised hands. And let me check email really quickly. I did not receive any emails in regards to this. And so now you all can vote. So Katie, whenever you're ready.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about the out of order business there.
Oh, good. I like efficiency.
Oh, and Katie, can we add a third proviso that Ben consider a bullnose tread and consider colored concrete, which the staff will help will review when they meet with him?
Yeah, absolutely. So I move that we accept the proposal with the provisos added by the Landmarks Commission and the proviso just noted by Ellen, including the bullnose and discussions with the Landmarks team about the colored concrete. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yep, you're allowed
All right.
to.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? All right, ayes have it.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Ben. I'll send out your notice and then we can be in touch to go over that. And then once all of that stuff is sorted, I can issue your final approval and you guys will be able to build the stairs. Ben.
Thank you so much. Sorry. Yeah, thank you very much. Very great comments that will help to improve actually the rebuild. And I'm very excited to finally do the work before the winter starts. So thank
Yeah,
you so
we're
much.
excited too. Your building's going to look wonderful.
Well, great.
you.
Awesome. Thanks, Ben. Okay, great. And then now we can move on to administrative review.
Okay, in order to,
Oh, yeah, you can read it if you like.
so I don't have to, I'm happy to move right on if we don't need to read it.
Okay. We can roll.
Okay, so 16 Worthington Street, emergency stabilization and minor reconstruction of the front wall due to structural compromise. Work includes rebuilding a small section of the brick foundation, repointing loose masonry, replacing one non-original window, and installing a subsurface French drain to prevent further water damage. All work to retain the existing design and materials.
Okay, and then we just need a motion.
Motion to accept the administrative review.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Motion passes. Next up, ratification of the May 1st meeting minutes. All in favor of approving the May 1st meeting minutes, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, that motion passes as well.
Okay. And then I don't really have any staff updates for you guys. We're still waiting on city council to go through with finalizing some of the nominations. We're hoping that the summer is over, that will kind of come more to the forefront. And that's pretty much it. It's been pretty slow.
I have a question. I never got notified that I was renominated. So
Yeah,
I'm hoping
I
that's the
believe-
case, but I hadn't gotten any information that that was the case. I heard that some folks did get notified. I never received that. I would obviously be very happy to continue on the commission, but you know, I hadn't gotten notification one way or the other.
All right.
Yeah, me neither.
I will let Joe know that and see
Yeah,
if
and
we
the only way I know is because Allison was at the city council meeting and she emailed me to congratulate me. But
Cool.
otherwise, and then later Gary looked up the minutes of that particular city council meeting. But Katie, I think that you were. But ask Gary because he has the minutes. But you can look up the city council meeting where the approvals were made.
Yeah, it's good to know. I'd certainly be delighted to remain on the commission.
Good to know, Katie. Appreciate that. Cool. All right. But yeah, other than that, that's it. It's been pretty slow. And I hope you guys had nice summers and have a nice start to your fall.
And thank you so much for taking care of number 16 because, oh my goodness, we've been afraid the whole thing was going to fall down.
I'm glad they finally came in and look forward to working with Ben and his contractor to get it sorted.
Yeah, thank you.
Great. Well,
Do
whenever
we got to move to adjourn?
Move to
All
adjourn.
right.
Motion to adjourn.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for an efficient hearing. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Good one.
Right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
See.